Good morning, everyone. This morning, I'll be sharing to you transactional theory of literary work. Our learning objectives: define transactional theory, determine the importance of the transactional theory of literary work, and appreciate its importance in teaching reading. These are the visual of transactional theory. If you notice, they are interrelated with each other. It means the reader, the text, and the context, and there's the meaning. What is the transactional theory of literary work? The link between the reader and the literary text is suggested by transactional theory as it relates to literary criticism in the teaching of literature. That is according to Rosenblatt of 1986. It signifies that both the reader and the text play essential roles in forming meaning. According to transactional theory, the relationship between the reader and the text is similar to that between a river and its banks, in that each impacts other and helps shape the poem. A literary experience will not be seen as identical to the text from which a teacher who employs transactional theory originates. In a transactional view, text structure is therefore essential. Like meaning, is produced in a particular reading transaction. In the issue of establishing the veracity of claims concerning larger shared systems and warrant based on socially mediated information is also necessary. According to transactional theory, the reader and the text both significantly impact how meaning is formed. Meaning is created by constant dialogue between the reader and the text, drawing on the text's meaning potentials and the reader's personal experience back. It means to say that students can relate much if they have lots of experiences. The text helps shapes the reader's choice and hypothesis, resulting in an interaction between them, while the reader actively chooses and synthesize the potential in its reservoir. Writing and reading are related skills, and a transactional approach can also be used in these situations. The transactional theory offers some consequences for language teaching in the classroom. According to transactional theory, the link between the reader and the text is similar to that between a river and its banks, in that both impact the other and help shape the poem. When using transactional theory, a teacher will not consider a literary experience the same as the book from which it originates. It means to say that teachers should have to establish a prior schema of her or his learners. The information and experiences the reader brings to derive meaning from a book are equally as significant as printed words regarding reading comprehension. The theory was developed by educational researcher Lois Rosenblatt in the 1970s, revolutionizing reading instruction. The readers teachers read aloud to their pupils or students while demonstrating that the reading process is the foundation of transactional theory. The students learn how proficient readers infer meaning from the text by listening to teachers read and think aloud. Students are taught to be understanding as a type of problem solving. The transaction is a valuable term for describing the interaction between the reader and the text when reading. It indicates the relationship and the type of connection that exists between them. According to this website, Education Setlipi.com, This website provides tips on how to use the transactional theory to teach reading. First is reading aloud. Second is using background knowledge. Third is making connections. Fourth is asking questions. Fifth is isolated practice versus interactive reading. Six is interactive skills. Seventh is teacher modeling. Eight is motivation and collaboration. These strategies provided are indeed of great help to all language teachers who are also reading teachers. Principles of instructions in transactional theory. First is invite response. In this theory, we make it sure that our students, that their emotional, intellectual responses are legitimate points of departure for conversation and writing. Second is allows ideas to develop and crystallize. Teachers are encouraged pupils or students to consider their answers before hearing those of others. It means to say that here, teachers should establish maximum tolerance. She or he should see to it that he or she has to establish maximum participation towards her learners. Third principle is find the students' points of contact. Encourage them to recognize the opportunity for dialogue between their various points of view. Take note, dear teachers, dear language teachers, that one of the responsibilities of English language teachers is to develop the communication skills and the reading skills of our learners. Fourth is discuss your own experiences, use your use of text in other people. The possibility to learn should be provided by literary experience. In this context, language teachers and reading teachers should provide variety of literary pieces wherein our learners can join, can participate, and can experience that learning is fun, that learning is indeed meaningful and relevant. The fifth principle is let the conversation develop. Students can change their ideas as they look for understanding rather than success. Take note, dear language teachers, that when our students have the capacity to develop their social skills and communication skills, that's one of our achievements as language teachers and as reading teachers. Sixth principle is look back to other tips, other discussions, and other experience. And number seven is look for the next steps. Make it sure that after all developing these, our learners can develop the reading skills, the in-depth comprehensions, the reading ability, the language faculty, and the fluency. By asking readers to draw connections, predict outcomes, and picture the meaning of a book, or the meaning of a certain word, transactional theory can be used in reading education to enhance comprehension. Thus, this is very important. The teacher should embrace this theory because this is very important in developing potential readers in the field. And these are the references. Thank you so much for watching and thank you so much for listening. God bless everyone.